How about them Cowboys? Too soon? How about them Lions? Wow. Well, my friends, the Detroit Lions clinching their first playoff win in 32 years. All of my life. All of it. 32 years I've been alive. And this is the first time it has happened since my birth, which is nuts. But what a game. Incredible performance, really, by both teams in different aspects. First and foremost, Jared Goff. Happy revenge tour. Way to go. Way to look at McVay and flip the bird immediately when we came out gunning towards Josh Reynolds over and over again. A former LA Ram for anybody who does not know. Seeing the boys celebrate this W, watching Dan Campbell at the end of the game with that smile on his face exemplified all that this team has been working for. I remember when under Dan Campbell we got our first win. That first win against Minnesota, in that we were like 9 at that point, whatever it was brutal. And to see the elation, and I remember some people who were national media, Mike Florio, guys like that being like, you're celebrating this win like you just won a playoff game. Hey, Florio, suck it. You didn't even think that the Detroit Lions were going where they were going this year. Here we are with the first W in the playoffs in 32 years, getting ready to play another home game because Dallas did what Dallas does. Fail in the playoffs. They just can't help themselves. So now Green Bay goes to San Francisco, and we will get to host another playoff game. If you were at the game, thank you. Thank you for the level of noise that you brought in that stadium. Absolutely, because without the level of noise, without what you guys were doing in the stadium, the whole game would have been different. The Rams had to use a timeout with 13 minutes left in the fourth, which really solidified at the end of the game. They only had one timeout left. The noise level mattered. Let's all sign a petition to make sure Chris Collinsworth can't call games anymore because the guy sucks. But hey, man, a lot went down in here. Lions win this game 24-23. The first half, our offense was potent, rolling, absolutely rolling. Where we struggled, obviously, is the chunk plays in the secondary. It's as if we have committed to just stopping the run, and then for the entire extent of the field, if a squad has a solid wide receiver like Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb, or Puka Nacua, I mean, at that point, they're probably going to take gashes out of us. So that was probably the greatest struggle that I saw from our squad. And it was until we hit the red zone. The moment we hit the red zone, the defense would shut down the Rams. Because all of a sudden, there was no gap plays. There was no chunk plays that they could get. Everything was in this tight zone, this tight window, and they couldn't get it done. That's where our linebackers stepped up. That's where the secondary stepped up. That's where everybody, Hutch, the whole bit. And quick comment that I want to make on Kirby Joseph's hit. It was not dirty. Matt Stafford threw a hospital pass, period. In fact, I love here, like Kirby Joseph came out, and I think he wrote it on Twitter, but he was basically like, hey, I'm sorry, I'm never aiming to injure somebody. It was just, that was the hit. Anzalone was like, he hit exactly how we're taught to hit. Followed by CJ Gardner-Johnson. His comment was the best. He said, if anybody on the Rams feels like it was dirty, well, tell his quarterback don't put the ball in a place where he gets his player hurt. You hear Brady say it all the time. And this is something that we're seeing over and over again. Tom Brady has talked about people throwing passes that are causing defenses to play different. What do? You just let the guy catch the ball and then you tackle him? No, as a quarterback, it's your job not to throw a ball there. Matt Stafford, that's on you. That is on you. That was a bad hospital pass. That is on you, period. I don't want to see you getting up in Kirby Joseph's face saying something after. And also, this is where I don't stand with Stafford and the whole kit and caboodle, because at the end of the game, hey, they ask him, how'd you feel? How does this feel, for the fans? Are you happy for the fans of Detroit? And he said, I'm happy for the players. In other words, he doesn't give one rat's patootie about you and me. That's what I'm hearing. It is such an easy answer to come out here and say, yeah, you know what, I know what this fan base has been through and they deserve it. That's all you got to say. Instead, You feel like you're the bigger man? Nah. Congratulations, Lions fans, on this historic W. We get ready to play either Tampa Bay or Philadelphia. I'll take either because Philly is imploding, and I would love to see Matt Patricia on the sideline get his booty whipped in front of our fan base. The chance at that game alone would be wild. But in the same way, Tampa Bay, I'd be happy to host them either. This is a dream come true scenario with Dallas losing, and as my buddy Tom said, we basically got the 2 seed anyway. So screw you, Jerry Jones and Brad Allen. I'm really happy for Jared Goff. He threw 22 for 27, 277 yards, 1 TD. David Montgomery was a beast on the rushing front, 14 carries, 57 yards, 1 TD. And how about Amon Ra St Brown? Remember when they didn't pick him for a Pro Bowl? Stupid. Guy had 7 receptions, 110 yards, and he was open all the time in huge scenarios. Got us that last first down to win the game. And what we couldn't do against Minnesota, we were able to do here, which was end with the ball in your hand. End on offense. We got the ball back with 2 minutes, a little bit over 2 minutes, right? It must have been 3 at that point, and we were able to bleed that clock and get out. Man, I am proud of this squad, what they represent, all that they have done, where they have taken us, and living in a world where the Detroit Lions are a great team is something else, man. Congratulations, Lions fans. We will know later today what's going on, who we're playing. We'll break down whoever we're playing as the week continues. I could sit here and talk for an hour. I could. Like Michael Badgley, the Money Badger, hitting that 54-yard field goal. Meanwhile, I barely trust the guy for an extra point. And he looked over his shoulder. He said, come on, man. Just trust me. It's like Pippin. You know what? Pippin in Lord of the Rings had his struggles, but he also had his moments. That's who Michael Badgley is, and he hit that 54. Really, when you look at it, the game sealer that gets us 24 over 23. Just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Really proud of the boys. Yeah, there's stuff to work on. There's things that we got to really address come the offseason, but the offseason can be put off for another time. Another week of football here in Detroit. Congratulations, Lions fans. Soak this one up. Soak it up. It feels good. Watching Brad Holmes in the elevator going nuts was also amazing. Check it out. I'm sure you guys are eating up Lions content all day. So congratulations. Enjoy this one, and we will check back as the week continues. How about them Lions?